Hello, everyone, and welcome to... Just put paint on it. No, just kidding. Welcome to SkaredCast. I'm Skari, your grateful host. This is a series of videos that I've been doing leading up to the release of the new Drukhari Codex for Warhammer 40,000. Realspace raids, Crusades, rules, all that stuff we will cover as soon as we can talk about the rules and stuff like that. Games Workshop has released some rules for the Crusade and how to build your Archons. So this video is an Ask Me Anything that is designed for you to sit back at home, ask me questions the entire time. So we'll be covering a lot of cool questions from the community at large and to discuss the Crusade rules, which were released earlier today. I didn't get to it earlier because I had things like coaching calls that I was doing, and I had to play a game for Team Canada because I'm on the WTC competitive Canadian teams for the World Team Championships of 40K. And I'm currently playing a Custodes Astral Militarum list, which is an interesting change from what I normally run. So sit back, enjoy the show. I hope you really like it. Leave a like if you haven't already, please and thank you. It helps the video a lot. Leave a comment and let me know what you are most excited about with the Drukhari release. And if you have a question, make sure you post it in the chats because I will be covering all the questions. But oh my goodness, Crusade rules. Now, anybody who's watched the channel has seen me do a full Crusade series with John the Cron and a variety of different guests that I've had on. And I even did a full 8-game series with Dave from Mini Wargaming playing Inari, which was nuts. It was crazy. So, and starting on Monday, I'm going to be back at Mini Wargaming. I'm going to be there an entire week. So you can only imagine what sort of shenanigans will ensue. Yes, that is, the Crusade and more the narrative aspect. However, I'm also a very competitive player in the best sense of the words. I know the rules. I know how to use the rules to, I know how to win the games. However, it's funny because a lot of folks, well, not a lot of folks, but I was talking to Val Heffelfinger the other day, and he was like, I thought you were just a petulant competitive. Petulant, not petulant. He didn't use that word. Sorry, Val. But it felt like that. Said that I was just a narrative, fluffy player. I was like, that's funny. You can think that all you want, internet. But just to give an idea of what we're going to be doing, this will be the last sort of AMA. And I'm announcing right now that Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a live stream for something. And I will have special guests, Sean Naden and Brad Chester on. So if you want to hang around, that's 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Put that in your calendars. And we'll be doing a live show on Twitch and on YouTube, which I'm super pumped for. Okay, enough of that. Hello, Thomas. Hi, Sammy. Says, need to sleep, but you went live. Why do you kill my sleep? Because I draw power from pain, Sammy. Will Beeman says, Skari, is it nice? I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh, what can that be, says Sammy. Exactly. I don't know what that could be. So Toaka says, I was a Dark Eldar player until 8th. And I see a new book come out and still no new units. Is that right? Well, they've made a lot of the things into plastic models. And they've, there's a lot of stuff that is still resin fine cast, which will eventually become plastic, I would expect. So, yeah, but the models are cool. Something I love about the Dark Eldar range as a hobbyist is you can convert almost everything. And you can mix and match all the cool different, by the way, I'm using my really cool official Drukhari mug from Games Workshop. What? That's right. Because I am truly an architect of pain. And this is coffee. Decaf, though, because it's very, very late at night here. 7:30. I'm an old man. I have to go back to bed. Bastion Wargaming says, hello. 3.5 edition Dex Archon here. That's right, 3.5 edition right here. Nothing new, no named Archon, no super heavy. We have no idea. They have not released that information, so we don't know. Okay, so what they did release are the Crusade rules. And I love Crusade. I think it's a fantastic way to play the game. And if you haven't already, try playing Crusade. Like right now, for example, we have a Crusade going on with the Patreons, which, by the way, huge amount of new Patreons coming up to the Drukhari release. Welcome to the Denizen family, all of you. That was amazing. Like, it exploded in the last 3 days. And, yeah, so that's something that we do for Patreons. We have a little Crusade going on that Rex started, where you can join in and play TTS games with people from around the world doing Crusades. We do a live Meta Monday video on Mondays, where I talk about strategies and tactics and answer Patreon questions in depth and in detail. And then every Friday, I do a list crunch, where I break down Patreon submitted army lists and critique them and give advice and showcase. So it's a whole variety of things that I do for the Patreons. And come with the new release, there's going to be, you can expect a lot of cool videos. We're going to be doing the unit by unit series, which is coming right back. Going to showcase every unit. I'm going to do a narrative and then a more competitive to every single unit, so you can learn more about the units. I'm going to do different army lists and how to build an army list, and like a coven, a witch cult, a cabal, or a mixed, or whatever it is that we're allowed to do there. And I'm going to be doing like the breakdowns of the stratagems, which will be more of like a Patreon tactical video sort of thing, and all that good stuff. So let's just say I'm very, very excited about that. And hello, everybody. By the way, if you haven't clicked that like button yet and you're here hanging out, click that like button. It's literally just there. Like, just literally right there. So you might as well just do it. And it helps me out. Sammy says, just got the old starter Drukhari starter and the new Combat Patrol Drukhari Sister Box ×2. Feels like a great start to empower painting. Haha, painting. I see what you did there. For Drukhari, yes. The new starter set, we talked about this last video. It's fantastic. The Sisters of Battle set with the Cult of Strife stuff, like Lilith, and that, amazing. Plus, they are releasing a supplement in the new book. We don't know what's in it, but it's a Cult of Strife supplement. So that'll be cool. Be like a couple of extra rules, I guess. Would be neat. Trusty99 says, hey, Skari. Hi, Trusty. I'm very concerned about the power from pain handling out invols. Makes me wonder if a lot of units will be losing invols in the new decks. That could be, or it could just be like a lot of units that didn't have them gained them. Like, for example, Cabalite Wars. They never had them, but now they have one. Like, that's amazing. That's really, really good. I personally am a huge fan of that. And then being able to get, like, the better invul as the turn goes, you know what I mean? Like, getting, like, a 5 of them. That means that, like, later in the game, when you're out and about and people have cracked open your transports and stuff, like, you're a lot more survivable. That's a really big deal when it comes to keeping Cabalite Warriors alive, for example. That's huge. That's amazing. Plus, power from pain, hopefully they give it to, like, everything. However, I think the biggest concern I have personally is, like, what are they going to do with Coven, right? Because they have invuls, and they're good invuls. Like, are they losing the invuls? Or, like, what's going on with that? So I'm, like, crossing my fingers and hoping that Coven doesn't get, like, hit with a big bat, right? Being like, okay, let's go over some Crusade rules. So it says, become one of Comara's greatest crime lords with the new Drukhari Codex. They always make it so appealing to be such a good citizen of Comara, don't they? So, first and foremost, they said there's a mechanic in Comara that's called soul searching, which is kind of cool. But you have a soul trap, so you purchase this requisition after a battle in which a character unit was destroyed by a melee attack made by an Archon from your army. You add 1 soul point to that Archon's Crusade card. Once he has 5 soul points, so after he's killed 5 like kills of characters, basically, you add 2 to his Crusade value, and he gets +1 attack, +1 strength, +1 toughness, +1 leadership. That's actually really cool. I personally love things when you level up your units and they sort of like get a buff and a bonus that stays for the whole crusade, and you're like, yeah, because you've gone out of your way to play narratively to like send him, like beelining him for the opponent character and like challenging them to a duel and taking their soul back to the dark city where you can consume their essence and the flavor of their pain, which I feel is exactly how the Dark Eldar think, really. Justin Spratford says, fresh start. 2 combat patrol boxes, 1/2 of the box with the sisters, or should I go more in? I think that's a good start. Yeah. If anything, like you need a couple, I would get like maybe one of the start collecting boxes that you get right now with like Reaver jet bikes, another Venom, and some more witches and a succubus, just to like mix it in a little bit if you wanted to. Spaceman BFS Dan says, I like the rolling for 2 combat drugs. Oh, I know. They said you can pick 1 or roll randomly for 2. Oh, that's so good. And who knows? Maybe they're changing the combat drugs. Maybe they don't do the exact same thing that we know they do. But imagine duplicating them or whatever. Like you have some like messed up witches that are running in, just cutting people down left and right, being like just showing off. Like I just see witches going in and just showing off. And being able to do that would be awesome. Big Jim says, hey, Skari. Hi, Big Jim. It's been a minute. It has, Big Jim. Just wanted to pop in and say, heya, buddy. Heya, Big Jim. I hope everything is going well in your neck of the woods. This year's been a crazy year, but we're all hanging in there. And also, this Saturday is going to be amazing. Okay. Justin Spratford says, hopefully there's more than one way to get souls. Otherwise, that reads you have to spend 5 RP for that. Yeah, but over the course of multiple games, right? Like, there's so much RP, like, when you're playing a Crusade game, you don't know what to do with it. Like, every game you play, you get 1. And then sometimes if you win certain missions, you get 2. But you can only ever have 5 in your pocket. So you're spending them for everything all the time. And adding more units to your Crusade and, like, a whole bunch of stuff. So, it's cool to have options for them. Do you think the Soul Trap will remain a strat for match play, or will we be only Crusade only? I have no idea. It was really not something you used a lot in match play at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if they like took it out and put something else in. Because it was very like, yeah, my Archon like sucks in your soul. But like the opportunity for you to really use it in the game was like 0. You were never really going to be able to use it at all. Table chair seat. Oh my goodness. Yet again, table chair seat has shown up again with all 4 legs. So excited for the new decks. I am as well. What's your favorite new rule from the previews? I really like the Trueborn. I have no idea how it's going to work, but I love Trueborn. Trueborn are amazing. So being able to like, seems to upgrade like a unit of Cabalite Warriors to be Trueborn, to hit on 2s and like all that stuff. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Like just being able to run around with like a bunch of Trueborn and like a Raider or something, just being like pew 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 pew, like that's so good. Even in competitive play, it just makes that unit of Cabalite Warriors just really, really good. And if you only want to take 1 unit of Cabalite Warriors, then if you're going to mix and match in a patrol or whatever, that'd be really cool, right? Like just take a unit of Trueborn that's like, we are Trueborn and we're going to go and murder some stuff. But yeah, that's my favorite. Okay, so the second rule they sort of previewed today was Home Sweet Home, which is as you fight battles, you will claim raid spoil points, which you can spend to dominate territories in Comra. Now that's cool. It's like a sort of like a, you're going out, you're fighting, but then you're gaining like prestige and honor in the Dark City. I like that style, right, of like thought process when you're thinking of a campaign. It's not just about that one battle you're fighting. You also have this whole like backlog thing behind the scenes that's going on. And they show off toxin distilleries, which says once per battle in your command phase, if your Ascendant Lord is on the battlefield, whatever that means, you can select 1 Cabal unit from your army. Until the end of the turn, any poison weapons this unit is equipped with gain poison 2+. That's pretty cool. Being able to just gain poison 2+ once per battle on a unit during like a Crusade game, because you have toxin distilleries, like can change the tide of battle, which is a good thing when you're trying to be like, you're trying to win the game or whatever. And if your Crusade force faces off against another Drukhari one, maybe each thing that you have gives you like a once per battle thing, so you could like maybe have like a bunch of different ones. I don't know what they do, but maybe it's like this one gives you a once per game this to do this, that one gives you okay, that sort of thing. Assert authority is 1 raid spoil. I'm assuming you gain raid spoil points as well, but it says if your order of battle contains an Ascendant Lord Archon unit, which I don't know what that is. If you win a battle, is that like the Super Archon? If you win a battle against an army that includes an Ascendant Lord unit, you can select 1 territory that Ascendant unit Lord controls, and it's now yours. And they must remove it from the list of territories. It's so cutthroat. Like if you're a Dark Eldar player that plays with like your Dark Eldar friends and you're like the big head honcho Dark Eldar player, you're like, let's have a crusade. I'm going to own everything. All of you can have the dregs. So Dark Eldar, and I love it. Duke Luffy says, I was sad to see a fair amount of salt in the Facebook and Reddit Drukhari groups. It's still a minority, I think, but the group used to be more positive. I hope Dark Eldar players don't get too entitled. Entitled? I certainly hope not. Or off with their heads. No, what we should do is, by the way, that's a joke. I really feel that I think it's people who build up a bunch of expectations of what they want, and then they get really eager and wish list a lot, and then they don't, and then change happens, and they're so rigid in their thought process that it's like a frying pan where you pour a glass of water in it. It's like, and it's just like, and they like. That's my imitation of someone who's like getting upset over nothing for no reason. Trossi says, please have blood brides. I'm assuming that they have true boards, blood brides, and like some sort of wreck unit or some sort of coven unit that's like cool as well. Like if you could do a trueborn, you better have blood brides. That'd be awesome. I just wonder what they would get. Like what would you give blood brides? Like if Cabalites hit on 2s for shooting, do they get 2s on close combat? If they get like, always hit with no modifiers, like what do blood brides get? Like what is the equivalent thing, right? Rod says, hi, Skari. Greetings from California. Why, hello. Greetings from Canada. Trueborn with Poison Tongue, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s with -1 splinter cannons. Yeah, right? Like, all of a sudden, there's some really appealing combos that they've sort of previewed that I'm like, ooh, Poison Tongue. That's all of a sudden really cool. That's like my favorite. I love Poison Tongue. So, ooh, that'd be awesome. Duke Luffy says, a lot of Death Guard groups were salty because they jumped to conclusions from the previews. They look quite silly now. Right, exactly. It's one of those things. Like when I was like, I heard that there was going to be a Dark Eldar Codex. I was like, yes, Dark Eldar Codex. And then it's one of the reasons why I haven't made any content about new Drukhari releases until now, because I didn't want to make any assumptions whatsoever, and I'm physically just going off of the information that Games Workshop gave me in my face, right? And then I can start making assumptions on stuff. But there was no point in wasting any brain power until that was the case. King said, just came in. What's this? New Codex? The pre-release is this Saturday, which reminds me, everybody watching, I will be doing a live video here on YouTube and on Twitch, which you can find the links down below, right? 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Why? I can't say. But I will be going live with a couple of guests, which will be awesome, like Sean Naden. And we will be going over something. Yes, I don't know what. Ross Settle says, good timing. I've been watching your videos all day. Thanks for the guides as a brand new Drukhari player and patron. No problem, Ross. Thank you for joining the Denizen community. It's literally my job to make content. So if anybody wants to jump on board and support me as I make content for a living, Dark Eldar and other stuff, the Patreon is down below. There's like almost 300 gamers from all over the world, and we're really positive and happy. So that is a pretty positive group. And I love every single one of you in a very Archon way. Yep. Table Chair says, Poison Tongue Trueborn will be so powerful. So we can expect Trueborn running around with splinter cannons, still hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. Dab. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, every time there's a new codex that comes out, I love like looking at all the cool rules. And what I do is the first thing I do is I normally take an old like army list. I get an old army list and I transcribe it into the new point rules and an army list that I really loved and really enjoyed and see if it kind of fits. If it fits, that's great. If it doesn't, then I tweak it. And then I slowly learn the rules that way, right? Or there's some cool concepts that I have. Like right now, I'm just thinking, oh man, I hope I can build like an army of just like Cabalites and Raiders and do the gunboats again. I wonder if that's going to be cool, right? Because I love the iconic, like just a bunch of Raiders with like a bunch of dudes just hosing people with splinter rifles, which would be awesome. Spider-Man BDS says, welcome, Ross, fellow patron. Welcome. James Mordew says, sorry if this has already been asked. Do you get an advanced copy of the Codex? If so, when does the NDA allow you to discuss the contents? Says James. Well, I couldn't tell you either of those questions. I couldn't answer either of them. However, historically, if you look in the past, I have done pre-releases for every GW release that they've done in the last year and a half to 2 years. And it's normally the morning of the pre-orders. So I will be doing a stream at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. I don't know why, but I will be going live. McKona, hello from England. Hello, MG Kona. I can't wait to pre-order the new patrol box and Codex on Saturday. Oh, I know. It's so exciting. Justin Spratford says, what is your opinion on the art of the Codex? Been hearing a lot of negatives. Personally, I like it. They've changed the artwork on a lot of this stuff. But then again, like, this was the artwork I grew up with. Like, this is the original, like, well, not the original. This is the 3.5 Dark Eldar Codex. And everything in here was like black and white. And like, oh, look, there's Vect. Of course I pull it up to Vect. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay. You always have to respect Vect. I like it. I think the artwork is good. I like that they change and they innovate. I think that's really good. Metalliga says, hi, Skari. Hi. Greetings from Russia. Any hopes for new models? Who knows? I'm not on the design team for new models. I'm not even on the playtesting team. So I am very sorry. If you can't say you got the Codex early, you can still all but say it. That's a pretty dumb rule they're making you abide by, says Commander Dante. I don't make the rules. Advance and Charge Incubi from turn 2. Oh, I know. Advance and Charge is just amazing. I love that as a rule. I think it's going to be one of the iconic things. Of course, if you like this video, click that like button. 90 some people watching and 30 likes. Come on, clickety clack it. Let's go. Let's send it to the spires of Conora, everyone. Do it now, or else. EST, Eastern Standard Time, Toronto time. Table Chair Seat says, I hope the Shadowfield is more reliable, even if it's weaker. I think that would be the key to using new Archon fights twice. Who knows? Like, you know, historically being a Dark Eldar player with an Archon, you live and die by your Shadowfield. So are they going to change it? I doubt it. I very, very much doubt it. Mackenzie Wood says 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Correct. Okay, so the next thing is Enhancements of Evil that they released for the Crusade rules. So whether you have your own toxin distillery or not, you can improve your poison weapons when a unit earns a weapon enhancement, which is your units in Crusade sort of like level up and get cool abilities and stuff. There are 6 deadly toxins to choose from, including Agonite. So Agonite is each time an attack is made with this weapon, rules that ignore wounds cannot be used. So if you're playing against that pesky demon player or somebody who has a lot of like feel no pains or something, or that silly marine player that loves his apothecary, that is the upgrade for you. Poison goes through, it goes through. No feel, no pains for you. And that's it. So I personally like that. I think that's going to be good. Scott Blade says, what? I got to get up at 3? Dang. But I'm going to do it. I'll see you there, Scott. Nick Pionegro says, looking forward to bringing the Dark Kin to some events after the pandemic? Yes. Hell yes. And I was talking about this after, before, in the video that I did on Monday. My goal in life, one of my bucket list goals, is to be a traveling wargamer. Like, of course, doing this sort of job allows me to travel around the world and do content, which I think would be awesome. But I want to travel around the world playing as many different gaming communities as possible. Might take a year, might take 2 years. I don't know. But I'd love to travel Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, East, West, like the whole globe, playing a variety of different people. So do I want to travel and play games? Yes, I do. Absolutely. We're talking about how everybody would, it'd be on a pay-as-you-go basis. So I wouldn't save up for it. I'd just go. And if people don't support me online and help me get to the next stage, then I'll be stranded. Just walking around in the Sahara Desert with my Instagram profile. Being like, today I walked another 10 miles. I'm thirsty, I'm tired, and I'm hungry. Like, share, subscribe, everybody. Can't wait to get some tournaments after coming third in the ITC for Drukhari. This lockdown in UK is getting tough. Yeah, you know what? As we get as everybody, the pandemic sort of subsides and events start ramping up again and life starts getting back to normal. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to traveling. I want to go to Spain and play in a couple of events there. I want to go to South America. I want to go to the US. I want to go to Nova so badly, and I want to go to Adepticon, which are 2 events that I've never been to before. I'd really, really like to go. So that would be amazing for me. So that's on my goals. I want to go, and every time I go to an event, I do a full showcase, and I film a little bit of my games, and I do a breakdown of the event and stuff. I just enjoy that. I love doing that stuff. It's so much fun meeting people and chatting and getting to know all of you out there. It's really, really fun. Does it go through the rules that limit amount per phase like Satan and Gaz? I don't know. Maybe. What does says ignore wounds? So I believe it's in the same sort of. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about it in that way, like killing a Satan because of the rules that ignore wounds cannot be used. I'm pretty sure that's the same rule the Nightbringer has, and I'm pretty sure they said you can just murder anything you want. So that'd be cool if that's the case, because that means that a unit of Cabalite Warriors with that would just nuke Nightbringer or a Satan, just be dead. That'd be so busted. Then again, it's Crusade, so it's not exactly balanced. Okay. Wondering how good is a Slith? Agril says. I personally love my Slith. I've been using my Slith and my Urgle. I'm very, very curious to see how and if they change or tweak the Court of the Archon, because they've literally been my main go-to for actions and things like that. So we'll see. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's still good and it works nicely as well. Hope we get a rule like Agonite in match play. Yeah, that'd be pretty neat, right? Matej Barinka says, hello from Slovakia. Hello from Canada. Yeah, I was earlier having a bath in maple syrup while petting my baby moose. Baby moose are about this big. No, I'm joking. That's not true at all. But I was bathing in maple syrup. Maybe. Preparing a new version for Archon Skari for the new Codex? No, I don't think so. Archon Skari is pretty legit. He's got 2 outfits he likes to use. His I'm wearing your face on my face version, and his his I have a lot of trophies on me because I've been there, done that. So we'll see. King says, is the wife going to let you though? If I annoy her enough, she might encourage it. Have I told her about this? Not yet. Yeah, slowly, I'd probably have to build up a couple of years worth of brownie points. Bye, I'm leaving for a year. Have a good time. Hope Shatterfield stays the same, but really hope we have a feel no pain against mortals like Smite, says Spaceman. Yeah, it could be. Liam says, hi, Scar. Are you hoping for Transport 6 Venoms? Oh, that would be so good, right? For the longest time, we've all been asking, why does my Venom only carry a 5-strong unit when I literally have my Archon and he has to walk? That's so dumb. So will that change? Maybe. Hopefully it does. Andrea says, any new options to bring more mortal? I have no idea. In terms of the Codex, zero clue. So I will let you know when I know and when I can tell you. Try to give the no open list a go, but it seems the model is no longer sold. What model? The Reaper or the Slith? Then again, look at my hair. My hair is messed up today. Woo! That makes sense. John Fisher says, is baby moose a euphemism? No. I was literally talking about a legit baby moose, not a euphemism. John Fisher, you're fishing there. That was a dad joke. Thank you. Click that like button. Dad jokes. Yeah. Zerath Gaming says, in Belarus, we don't have lockdowns, so I'll try my best in the next tournament with the new Codex. Nice. That's good. Go have fun. Enjoy yourself. It'll be a good time. Off the Zone says, suspect Talus to be one model units. Maybe. I don't think they would be. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know, I guess Wraith Lords are, but they haven't been. Like, since they really made Talus, like, as soon as they made Talus a thing, they put them in units. So I doubt that they'd, like, chop them up and send them as individual stuff. Nogrim Stoneson. That is a fantastic name. I saw the notification. Can't wait to go back to the beginning and play catch-up. Yes, you should. Goes well with hot dogs. Catch-up. Bathing in maple syrup. Such a tree tapper. Yeah. I know. You know what's funny is my dad, you know, we moved up to Canada from Mexico, right? And soy Mexicano, if you were wondering. Through and through Mexicano. And my grandparents are from Spain. And my mom's from England. So I'm like a crazy mutt human mix, which is great. I love it. And my dad grew a big beard, wears a big, like, you know, Boy Scouts of America scout hat, and tapped all the trees in our garden and made his own little, like, distillery shack in the garden to make his own maple syrup. So he's more Canadian than most people. It's so funny. It's just, it's so good. Anyway, that's one sentence hot take. What's the one sentence hot take so far? Well, we're looking at Crusade Rules today. You know, we had the pre-release or the preview of the 7 rules that they previewed on, I think, Monday, which we did another live video, which was awesome. It was really fun to see. Stefan says 11 transport for Raiders and 6 for Venoms would be sick. Yeah, well, imagine. It'd give you a lot more options, right, if that was the case. Man, I hope Talus is still good at 9th, says Charlie K. I agree. I hope they are too. Like, my first major wins that I went to and played, like, in big tournaments were with Talos as, like, a core of my list. So I have, like, a very, very big soft spot for Grotesque and Talos. So hopefully they're still good. Blight Hoarders are sold individually but can still form a unit. That is very true. They are indeed. Stoneson says, thanks. It's been my handle for almost a decade. Nice. Nice. It doesn't you know, go away. That's good. Grey Falcon. Message retracted. Hey, where's that message? Okay, so the next thing that they do is Ruthless Relics. So once you're a true crime lord, you might need to put a few people in their place from time to time. That makes sense. We recommend the Soul Shard Grenade, made from only the finest spirit stones. It causes maximum carnage. So it's a grenade once per battle. The bearer can use the relic. If it does so, select an enemy unit within 6 inches of the bearer. Roll a number of d6 equal to the number of models in the unit to a maximum of 15. Characters count as 5 models, and vehicles and monsters count as 10. If the unit is a Psyker, add 1 to each result. But for each 6+, the enemy unit suffers a mortal wound. So once per battle, can do, like, mortal wounds and stuff. Be really good against, like, anti-Psyker stuff. So, to be honest, like, it's Crusade stuff. They're not really showing a lot of things, you know, but we still have tomorrow, and then we have Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it. And then by then, we should have a lot more information, which I think will be really good. So that's it for the Crusade stuff. However, if you have any particular questions or anything, like, my thought process is this. I'm really looking forward to the new Codex. I own pretty much everything in the Codex. Like, I own one of everything. So whatever is good, whatever is bad, I'll be able to test everything. Now, you can, like, I can guarantee you that I will be playing every unit in the book. I will play it all. I will mix it. I will match it. I will teach you how to play it. I will play competitive games. I will play Crusade games. I will do tactical videos. I will do narrative stuff, right? I'm encompassing the entirety of the hobby. So if you want to be a part of that, you can always support me on Patreon. The link will be in the description. Be a part of the Denizen community today. Support me, create content, and get access to a really cool community, as well as some backstage stuff and additional content, like perks and things like that as well, which is super exciting. I couldn't do it without all of you out there, but I'm really excited. So, yes, that's it. And I feel like I'm talking very, very fast. Am I talking very fast? Zerath says, I was disappointed that Power from Pain is no longer built-in data sheets, and having allies makes you not Power from Pain. Our Harlequin jokes are so funny. Dark Eldar don't have Power from Pain. The Dark Eldar jokes, I mean, the Harlequin jokes is so bad that we get Power from Pain because we don't like their jokes at all. No Grim Stoneson says, really hoping the liquefiers will get some flamer-like buffs. Right? Man, liquefiers are like the coolest sort of like weapon, literally spewing acid at you that like dissolves like you. So it'd be cool if they actually got good. I was saying, was saying where you're born doesn't matter. You're one of us now. Your dad's story made the comment irrelevant, though. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Do you know if you're going to get a review copy, says Commissar Potato? I can neither confirm nor deny this. However, tune in Saturday, 6 a.m. Skari definitely deserves one. Thank you, thank you. Can't wait to steal someone's distillery. They melt thunderwolves, says No Grim. True. Scott Blade says, how do you feel about Coven, Cult, and Cabals still being different detachments for the most part? I like it. I think it's cool. I think it adds a lot, right? And something I'm really looking forward to is seeing like the Cult of Strife stuff, you know, to see how different it is from the actual like Codex stuff. You know, is it going to be worth, say, running an additional detachment of Cult of Strife? Or like, can you mix it in with like the mix, right? Like, how's it going to work, right? So I'm very, very curious for that as well. Who knows? But I do like the ability to kind of mix and match stuff. Yeah, of course, you know, it's going to be a big, like, it'll be a shift. They're all going to be on the same page. We're all going to be learning. And I can't wait to sort of like come up with some cool ideas and get your feedback on it as well. All the hints they've given about Cabal and Cults makes me worried that what they aren't saying about Coven. The changes with Invul going to Power from Pain make me worry about Coven being squishy. 9 Breaker 2, correct. Who knows? Like, Coven could indeed be very squishy. Now, I'm almost 100% sure that they will not be as durable as they are right now. Like right now, with Prophets of Flesh, the 4-up invul save, and the like bringing guys back, I don't think that's going to be a thing. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's not the bar. The bar is going to be like down here at 8 points a model. Like, they're not going to be that like crazy. Okay. So Harlequin jokes are like dad jokes. Yes. Stefan says, I do think Soup is being too harshly punished in 9th. Correct. However, with what they've sort of teased, I think that Soup within the Drukhari, it's like having 3 different codexes in one, right? Like, that's idea. That's how it feels. And being able to mix and match is a really, really good way of kind of pulling in elements from all different aspects of the Drukhari like faction as a whole. And I do feel like the best Drukhari, like the best Drukhari lists and the best Drukhari like armies and all that stuff, they are designed using a lot of different concepts and mechanics from all 3, right? Even 2 different Cabals in a Coven or whatever, like just lots of mixing and matching to make that the case. I have a feeling Covens are going to get some Feel No Pain stuff, says Brian. Potentially. Who knows, right? Like, who knows? They have been taking Feel No Pain away from stuff, right? Like, they took it away from us. They took it away from, like, the Power from Pain doesn't do it anymore. And they took it away from Death Guard, right? So will we get a Feel No Pain? Who knows? They mentioned in the Match Play article earlier this week that Razorwings will be getting a Strat. What do you hope they'll change with that unit? Razorwing as in Razorwing jet fighters, or Razorwing like the Beast Pack unit? I don't want my 30 grotesques to be sad. Neither do I. I want your grotesques to be very happy and to go around attacking the enemy. By the way, Ollie, that hoodie looks great. Here, wait, come here. Come here. I'm doing a live stream. Quick. Just show it off. Just come on this side. Come on. This is my son. He's my trueborn. Come here. You want to? What? Come here. Come here. Come on. Yeah, he's shy. He's being shy all of a sudden. Like he does Minecraft videos and does. No. Bring the. I want to show the hoodie off.
No.
Bring it. This is Ollie, by the way. Ollie, bring the hoodie. It's literally sitting right there.
No.
Por favor, guapo. Por favor.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Don't do it then. Okay, that's enough, buddy. That's enough. I'm almost done. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to this camera.
Wait.
Say goodbye to Ollie. Say goodbye to this camera over here. Oh, you're so cute. You're going to bed now? Well, I'll be up to read you a story in a second. Okay, that was a little dad interlude, live video right there. Boom. He's the trueborn.
Why didn't you show the sweater?
Yeah, show it. Let me show. Anyway, somebody showed up to my house and dropped off a sweater that says Minecraft for him, and it's his birthday on Saturday. So I'm doing this live stream. Come here. Let me show it off. No? Okay, buenas noches.
I have absolutely no idea.
I know. It was nice. Very nice of whoever did it, which was great. Okay, jet fighters. Okay, so who knows? I don't know what it would be. It'd be really cool. Ethan says, will Archon Skari immediately start as a Master Archon, or will we see him rise through the Dark City to Comara through Crusades and other content? Also, what is Skari's personal obsession? He was very akin to the Cabal of the Poison Tongue. Like, that was my favorite, always. So we'll see about that. As for, like, Master Archons and, like, all that sort of stuff, in Crusade, like, with the Space Marine book, you can't get anybody in the Masters category until they've been in a Crusade for a while. So at least in the Crusade, I feel like he's not going to be able to do that right away. But in regular games, he's an effing legend. Of course he's going to... Yeah, why wouldn't I? He's a legend. You should know Archon Skari. He wouldn't be some peddly Archon. He's already done it. He's been there, done that. He's grounded out like the best of them. Wholesome Trueborn moment. Heresy. That's right. What do you feel is the best way to support an Incubi-focused assault list, says Netonix. Well, who knows? We'll see what Incubi give to the faction itself, first of all. The data sheet that was sort of like released is awesome. Like 2 damage and stuff like that. Really curious. 2 things. One, will they keep their like lethal precision in some sense? And that's the biggest thing, is will they do more than 2 damage? That's the thing that's cute. But in terms of support, you can't just run them up. You need stuff that can kind of like with witches or stuff, usually to like hold people in combat and things. You want stuff that can support them in the game as well. M. Kona says, got to sleep now, past midnight here in the UK. Catch you on Saturday morning. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, if you tuned in live, thank you so much for spending some time with me today and hanging out and chatting for the last almost 45 minutes. Can you imagine? We've talked about Crusade stuff. We've talked about my hopes and my dreams. We've talked about the Patreon page. We've also talked about how, if you haven't, you should click that like button, because that's literally how these videos get noticed online. And if you don't want to, then at least you can click the unlike button or leave a comment or share this video with your like friends and then spam Facebook until they block you, because it's the only way to make true friends. Anyone saw any named character leaks? No. I'm a fan of the Creed for Coven. Hope to keep the -3 leadership stack. Who knows? Like, leadership mechanics, I feel, would be something that we see Dark Eldar do a lot, personally, right? Yeah, and I hope that they build in more of that stuff as well. I wonder what Red Grief brings, as long as run and charge is army-wide. Who knows, right? Like, if they just gave advance and charge to everybody, which it seems is going to be everybody, then what does Red Grief do? That's a curious question. I just got a Tantalus. Nice. Oh, that's my Tantalus right there. You see that? A Tantalus. What do I put in it, Archon Skari? Usually witches. I would. Hey, cat. Hey, what's going on? Oh, this cat likes peeing on things. I'm gonna have to go close the door soon. I know we really aren't getting any new characters in this codex. Yeah, just witches if you can. 15 witches. Just it works fantastically. One thing out of playing Drukhari at this moment, and that is to reposition a Tantalus during the deployment step. Yes, so it doesn't get blown up by eradicators or something crazy like that. That would be fantastic. Thomas says, can I make a legit army from the combat patrol box only? Like a bunch of Cavalites and Incubi and Raiders? Well, I would assume so. You can literally, right now in 9th edition, you can make an army of whatever you want. And it's okay. Like, it's decent. Right? So, and that box is a fantastic start. 100%. Gracias, guapo. I got my Tantalus too. Wonder what list would be good to go with it. Well, to be honest, Alex, like, if you want to run your Tantalus, run the Tantalus. A lot of the times, it's such a big, nasty unit that people get see red when they see a Tantalus. They're like, gotta destroy it, right? Or they kind of go, oh no, it's so dangerous, which it is, but it's something to keep in mind. Got my mail order from the Dark Cities last week after more than 3 weeks of wait. So 2 raiders, some of the other stuff pushes to join my raiding force. That's fantastic, Andreas. That's awesome. Okay, folks, we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I've been Skari, your grateful host. A reminder to tune in Saturday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream with special guests Sean Naden and Brad Chester and myself. And it is the preview or the pre-release day for Drukhari, which is super exciting. Other than that, that's it. That's all I got for you. Leave a like, share this video, and if you haven't already, consider supporting me on Patreon down below, or just click a like or leave a comment. Tell me what you're most excited about. If you have any sort of videos that you'd like me to make, click like cool suggestions in the comments down below, anything like that as well. But other than that, you have all been awesome. Keep it real, be good to each other, and all that good stuff that an Archon would say before he stabs you in the back. Bye, everybody! Skari out. Ah, the dark kin in my delicious mug. Yummy. So good. This is amazing.